There we are. All right, let's go test it. Well, let me bring that. I'll bring it over here and we'll test the fit. Hang on. Good fit. So that's terrific. It fits a little bit better from this side. That's a little tighter. So I'm going to use this as my outside face. This is the side I finished up the cut on. I didn't get so many stops and starts. I can feel a little bit of a ridge there where the hole got expanded a little bit on the other side. So this will be my outside edge. Right here, yeah. That means I want my dados running here and here. Okay, cross-cut these pieces on my miter saw here. These pieces are identical, and my right side of the fence are also identical, but they're a bit short. I didn't have enough half-inch material to make up that difference so that they were the same, but that's perfectly fine. Because of the adjustability along the extrusion, I don't have a problem with that at all. Even though it's obvious which is the bottom here, right here is the bottom, I'm still going to mark X's on these so I make sure that I am always going to put that same face against the fence when I'm doing other operations here. Up as high as I can. Get a little deeper cut that way. That was almost a fatal mistake. I gotta change my line here. Well, I didn't go gung-ho on that one. Alright, now we can go. Little Japanese saw work and a little chisel, and it didn't take much time at all. Two perfectly cut identical matching pieces. This one turned out fantastic. This one I've got a slight overcut right here, just a little bit, and also on the inside. But it's a shop-made fence. So there we are. That's gonna be just perfect. So I've got to mark my dados here. So this is going to get dadoed on this side. This one here. And then these have to be bookmatched as well. Now that's got a slight bend to it. I don't know which one's bending here. Let me take a look. Yeah. If they've got any warp to them at all, I want them to go this way, so that when I glue them together, they act as kind of natural cauls to bring the center together, even though I'll clamp that as well. But so dados here. There. And then we'll figure out where to drill our holes as well. Yeah, first things first, let's set up the dado set. Because our fence sits a little proud of the table, this is the best way to locate these center lines for drilling the holes. So I just come in here and mark that one. That's a little high. Let me get down here where I belong. There's that one. Okay, now I'm just going to mark another one here just to be sure. So that's going to be my center lines, and now I need to locate my dados for my center supports. And for that, I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to bring this one back in here. Actually, I'm going to bring in one of my 1/2 inch pieces here. So we know we don't want to go in here. I know that I know where the top one's going to be. The bottom one is going to be right here in the middle. So I'm going to get that right about there. And that'll be good enough. And here's how I'm going to locate the top one. I'm going to take a scrap piece here. Make sure I'm showing you this. There, I'm going to take a scrap piece and locate that like so. And I'll show you when I get done building these why I want this right there. So there's my dado for the top one. Okay, now the bottom one, or the middle one, or bottom one I guess, we'll say right about there. Going off of this mark here. Okay, so if I bring that back up and just eyeball it, that looks good. X to the fence. X to the fence. Oops, I should have had that tightened down first. There we go. I ended up a little off here on my cut. I don't know why. That's all right. I'm off about probably a 32nd of an inch. We'll just keep doing it. I'll have to live with that, no problem. Those are perfect, except for the distance from the top. I wanted that to be the width of this plaque, but for some reason I'm a little short. That's all right. Okay, so next I want to set up stopped cuts here. This being the bottom, I need to get these out of the way. Because I'm going to have to drop them down like this, I'm going to have to locate a stop here. And I'm just going to guess that that's going to be pretty close. We'll measure it after I get done here. Let me get a stop. Okay, got my stop located. I'm just going to take and drop this down, push it through, and see what kind of adjustment I need to make here. See, I'm about a quarter of an inch off, so I'm just going to back this up a quarter. I'm just going to eyeball it here. Like that. Now this one, I have to push it the other direction. I have to go this way. And then I've got to figure out where my stop line is. I'm going to say about right there. Another thing I enjoy about these aluminum extrusions, you can write on them and a little spit and you can erase them. Okay, so I'm also going to make a mark for this stop here because I've got to take this out and bring it back. I don't want this mark. I got to get this out of the way and run this one up. Here we go. Now with this one, looks like I'm about 3/4 of an inch short. Yep, so I'm going to move my mark up to here. I'll eliminate that. And run it one more time. Perfect. And just to double check here, those are perfect as well. Okay, now I can make my adjustments again. Or make my adjustment, move my fence over for this cut, run all 4 pieces. So I'm going to jog this over a bit. Right there. That's it. And run them again. Stop dado right on the line there using that stop and a pencil mark. And the other one is done just as well. Okay, now I can run my other through dados here. Perfectly matched dados. Love it. There's one piece. I'm going to have to cut these up, but there's another one. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so I'll locate my holes. I've already located them. I'll draw some lines here. Drill matched holes, 3 sets in both of these, and then we can glue them up. Or maybe not. Maybe I want to put some laminate on here first, some contact cement on the outside. So let me do that before I get carried away here. So the 1/2 inch side is getting the laminate.